So I thought I would go ahead and create some cookies with these KSCRAFT Christmas Heart Cookie Die Set. Now they do come in 3 different sets. So here's the first one right here, and it creates, let me show you, the ones with the bows. So here's this one right here. I wanted it to look like I piped some frosting on the edges, and then you know, then there's this solid bow, and then I put some little blue peppermint clay pieces there, and I did use some very thick foam. These are probably like 5mm foams from Hobby Lobby, and I absolutely love these. And then I did distress them with some vintage photo just to make the edges look like, you know, they're a little bit darker, just to kind of give them more dimension. It looks like this. See how that looks like? And it just makes them more realistic in terms of, you know, looking more like a Christmas cookie. And then, so there's this one right here, and then I also made this one right here. Oh, and I'm sorry, this here, the edges right here, that's from a different die set, which is the next one I'm going to show you. But that is part of a different die set. But as you can see, it creates a frame, and so that if you wanted to make a shaker, you can. But I didn't do it with it because, you know, I wanted it to be Christmas cookies or sugar cookies. I didn't make it into a shaker. So here's that frame one that I'm showing you here. Now this is a different die set. It does come with this waffle grid design on it, and then of course the bottom piece, which would be like the shadow piece to create your cookie. And for that one, I actually made 2 different ones right here, again using that foam, and then with some paper I was able to cut these. And this one here, this is paper, but underneath that is white foam, and then paper again, and then more foam. And then this is from another, the snowflake, that's another die from my stash. So I went ahead and used it because I kind of wanted them to, you know, look like Christmas cookies. And with this one right here, I didn't pop out the little pieces in the grid here. And so I kind of just made like 2 different designs. I thought that would be kind of fun to do, just trying to be creative there. And so you can kind of see, you know, this one just kind of looks like it's embossed, kind of like a waffle, you know. And then the other one, I did pop out all the little pieces. And when you do it with foam, you know, you do have to kind of push through and pop all those little pieces. But what's nice about it, when you do pop the little pieces, you can use them as little sprinkles for your cookies. And so the little pieces that came out of this, look what I did. I made them into this cookie right here, and then you can use them as little sprinkles. So you can actually make your own sprinkles out of foam, as long as you use kind of a very thick foam to make them like super dimensional like that. So for this one right here, it is this set right here. And this has to be my favorite one. So if you can't afford to get all of them, which I'm sure you can, because, you know, I think they're a little bit over $2 each. So I think you can get the whole, you know, all 3 sets, because I think they're just so much fun to make. You can do this for, you know, different occasions. But if you only, you know, can afford 1 set, I would recommend this one because I love the little scallop edges, and I just think it's the prettiest one of all. And so I did create this one right here. Like I said, I did pop out the middle part right here, which is this piece, which is this one right here, and I made a different, I put it on a different cookie. But as you can see, those little bits and pieces that I popped out of this one, I can use here inside this one here. And I just think it creates just some fun, you know, just different looks And here's this one right here. This time I kept the inner piece inside, but I popped out the little bits, and then I left the little pieces on the scallops, so it looks very different. And then here's another one here where I again popped those things out, but I replaced them. So I popped out the blue, the little bits and pieces on the blue cardstock, and then the pieces that I popped out of this one, I replaced the little blue pieces here, so that makes sense. So anyway, you get this really dimensional looking cookie. So there you go. That's what I use. So thank you, Hannah, for sending me these. I love these. And what's nice is they're like full-size cookies, you guys. They're not little inky-dinky little cookies. So I thought, well, what a great idea to create, you know, why not make sugar pops, sugar cookie pops. So I thought I would go ahead and just show you how I put together one of the heart cookies. And so with this one, you have 3 pieces. I cut out this one right here using this die, and then this one here actually creates 2 pieces, so the middle part does come off, and then you can pop out the little pieces. I popped out the pieces here, and as you can see, there they are. You can create little sprinkles for yourself. I'm going to keep these, I don't know why, but I like them in there. But I am going to pop this back in, and then I'm just going to glue this all together. And this is all using foam. This glittery foam here, I think this is from AliExpress, gifted to me by I think my BFF Erica. But these are from Hobby Lobby, so they're pretty thick foam. And then all I do is just glue them together with Fabri-Tac. And before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges, because that will make it look a little bit more realistic, like real sugar cookies. And I kind of showed you guys this a little bit earlier on this video, but that's how I would do it, just to kind of give it a more realistic sugar cookie look, because you know how the edges brown a little bit more when you bake them. So I like using this foam because it gives a lot of dimension and it makes it looks a lot more realistic as far as it looking like a cookie. So then I'm gonna go ahead and layer this piece here. I go ahead and put a generous amount on there. Just careful because it oozes sometimes. And I'm gonna go ahead, oops, look at that, I already messed up there. And then I'll go ahead and put some glue on this one. And if you don't have Fabri-Tac, you could also use, I do also like to use Glossy Accent. It just takes a little bit longer to dry. It doesn't stay on. So you have to be careful with the Glossy Accent because sometimes it will kind of slip and slide on you. But Fabri-Tac, once you get it down, it's pretty tacky, so it does stay in place. So I do like to use it. But you can also still move it around, and you know, because it doesn't dry that quickly. And then this is the last piece here. So just try to mostly put it on the edges, and that should secure it, but I'll put a little bit also in between those open areas. Okay, and then I'll try to just put that in the middle. So this is such a fun die to have because you can just, you know, have different looks. You can pop out the pieces, you can leave the little itty bitty pieces inside, and it still looks really cute. And there you go, there is your fun sugar cookie. So I have my glue gun here all ready to go. I do have some bows, so you're gonna need some bows. And then I decided I'm gonna do some twisty ties. So you need, you know, of course, like a cellophane to wrap your cookie. And I decided to use this one from Daiso because I just prefer the clearness of the plastic versus this one that I got from the Dollar Tree, which this came from right here, the twisty ties. But these are just not as clear, and you know, they just look like really cheap plastic. So I prefer the like more of a cellophane look. But I am going to use these. And the twisty ties, I think it's just easier if you make your bow and you put them behind the bow right here. Let me see if I can put it in because I made my bows a little tight. But I think it's just easier to wrap around the cookie. And of course I can't do it on camera. You know, it'll just be easier to use the twisty tie like that, and your bow kind of stays in place. You don't have to fuss with it too much. Okay, so that's what you want to do. So I have 8 cookies all together, so we'll go ahead and put that together. So let's go ahead and start off with this one because this one's a Christmas one. And then you need some straws. So I do have some holiday straws right here that's ready to go. These are like from different places, but I know that these, the ones with the bows right here, that is from Joann's. And I think these other straws are probably from Michael's, I'm thinking, or Hobby Lobby. Most likely Michael's. All right, so let's go ahead and choose one of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the back, and I'm just gonna go ahead and hot glue that. Hopefully it'll stay on there with the hot glue. I think the key to putting hot glue on foam is to just let it cool a little bit before you put it on there. So if you're using like super hot, you know, high temp glue, then just let it cool a little bit, and then we're gonna just go ahead and press that on like so. And then Angeline actually put a backing. So she did felt, which I forgot to do. So I'll go ahead and go back and do that. But you can, you know, do a felt circle if you wanted to, or you can cut a whole heart, a felt heart. I think maybe what I'll do is maybe do this one because it's really pretty, and then I can put that in the back. But I'll cut it out of felt. So that will be nice and pretty in the back too. But it's up to you. You can just do it without, you know, the little felt, because, you know, if this was real cookies, you wouldn't really do that, would you? You just kind of leave it like that. All right, and then we'll just go ahead and put it in our cellophane. But it's up to you. You know, if you want to put a bow here, you can. It just looks more realistic this way, I think. And then you can just grab one of these. And again, I already have the twisty tie on it, on the back of it, so that should be really easy to do. And I think what would be cuter also, yeah, I don't even think I'm going to do the back because honestly, I think it's cute the way it is. So I think what would be cuter also is if you also put a little tag on this, like a little Merry Christmas tag or something. And I totally forgot to do that, but I think I'm going to go ahead and print some out and then just hang it here, and it would look really cute. But look at that, isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, so cute. So we'll go ahead and do another one of those. Now let's do this one here because this one has the bow on it. So Not sure exactly how I want to do that, but let's go ahead and put this on one of these sugar cookies. Maybe this one right here. So again, let's go ahead and put some glue. About that much, I think. And this time I'm gonna turn it over so I can actually see that it's centered. And then just hold on to it for a little bit there for it to dry. Now what's fun about this particular straw is it already has the little bows. And so you can just actually put them there. And I think it just comes out so cute. And then if you wanted to put a center, you can also put a little peppermint maybe. Let me see if I have a peppermint sticker. Let's see how that's gonna look. Although this is not really Christmas. Actually, I'm gonna leave it like this because I don't think I want this to be a Christmas pop. So maybe I'll put another center on there. But isn't that easy peasy? And then let's see how we're gonna do this one. I'm not sure yet because it already has the bow attached to the straw. And unless I just only cover up to here, I mean, that's totally possible too. You can just keep this one short and glue it like this, maybe, you know, something like that. You can do it like that. So anyway, but that's how you would create your little cookie pops. I think they're darling, and I think any crafty friend would love to receive one of these. So that's just some ideas for you guys to do if you have this die and you want to create some cookie pops. All right, guys, I hope you found this helpful and give it a try. I'd love to see what you guys create. So make sure you tag me or let me know that you've made some. I would really love to see your creations. All right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.